Welcome to Bambi. Insecurity is so real. Tomorrow's what I dread. If I don't wake up how I feel, I'm better off as dead. Alone in a struggle where no ending seems in sight. And when I rest my head today, tomorrow I'll wake up and fight. A part of life is pain, no matter how you go. If you never face the rain, your crops can never grow. A part of you is meant to sprout when you plant it with a wish. Go and reach for the moon. Seal it with a kiss. Working through insecurity. It's such an empty space. I'd rather fill it with peace and love to fill an empty place. Comes to you, your Bambi doll, speaking from her heart, 'cause I think we all are great. Up to you to start. Live and be in what you see. Bring it with a twirl. Give them something never seen in this common world. Welcome to Bambi. Hey everyone. Thanks for tuning into this taping here on the Bambi Nicole. Today, you ask and I tell. Today's going to be all about the top 7 insecurity questions that I know that I have been asked relating to transgender topics. So anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy this discussion as I go in with you the top things that I find that not only being a transgender woman, that people tend to feel maybe insecure about, because I'm trying to connect a universal audience, not just one group or the other. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the discussion here on Bambi. Question number 1 that I get asked a lot from many people, of course, because I've made a transition several years ago and I've lived in the desired role for many years. This is no longer a fantasy of mine. This is my reality. So I'm just kind of in tune and in balance with it. A lot of people come to me and they go, Bambi, will I ever pass? Now, this is kind of like an open-end question, and there's so much information to deliver in this question. But my thing is how hard are you willing to work at your transition? What are you putting into your transition? Are you paying attention? Are you studying techniques? Are you studying movements? Are you researching? Are you going out here and studying people? Are you just kind of seeking clarity from other people? Are you just kind of seeking like their judgments and letting that make your judgment call as to whether you pass? So in the beginning, what I say is fuck everyone else and study your techniques. Question number 2. Will I develop enough? You have to remember that transition is more or less a slow evolution. So if you go into it and you're patient, think of that whole saying, good things come to those that wait. Is it going to come to you tomorrow? No. Is it going to come to you right now? No. Is it going to change no matter how many times that you look in that mirror? No. This is something that you have to know in your mind. Live it to be true and do the things that you need to do. Don't just take medications or hormones or think that plastic surgery is going to do everything for you. Incorporate your all into this and understand that like any process, like a child going into an adult, this is going to be an evolutionary period. So be patient with yourself. Tell yourself wonderful things. Number 3, will I find a relationship? When I get asked this question, and Lord knows I get asked this a lot from a lot of people, focus on your transition. Please do not focus on anything else. Do not focus on finding a partner. Do not focus on dating. Do not focus on anything. Focus on yourself. Focus on your transition. The one thing that I have to say to you is that being truthful and being honest tends to attract honest people. Now, you may not attract all the people that you want to attract, but when you're honest, you will attract those that are right for you. So, in the beginning of your journey, let everything go, let everything aside, and focus on your process. This is the time for you to focus only on yourself. Number 4, Bambi, what will others say? First and foremost, we live in a world full of people, and that means a world full of opinions. So during this process, you have to be pretty selfish and into yourself. As I'm always saying, if they're not paying your mortgage, if they're not feeding you, and if they're not fucking you, fuck them. Really, everybody's going to have something to say. Your friends, your family, your foe, but you have to be focused on yourself. Again, please do not go into this journey if you're not a selfish person, being selfish enough to focus and correct yourself. Because the only thing that another person's opinion, and we have a world full of them, and some of them are not so nice, is going to do is distract you from your journey. Number 5, here on insecurities. Will I be able to find a job? Certainly, I find it possible to be able to find a job. However, if your transition is not directly relating to your job, you probably shouldn't disclose such information. My best advice to you is transition slowly, be androgynous for a long period of time, and be who you legally are when you go to interview and at a job. When it gets to the point where you can no longer pass as that gender, where you have fully successfully transitioned into your other gender, meaning that you can no longer pass as androgynous, everybody's calling you she, in or out of makeup, then go and get your documents legally changed. When you get your documents legally changed and you go to interview for a job, again, everything will be legal, everything will be changed, and if your transition has nothing to do with the job at hand, I wouldn't necessarily go into deep discussion on such a topic. Number 6, will I be happy after I transition? The Again, with the insecurity questions, will you be happy after you transition? What you're going to find is you're going to find balance. You're going to find that it's easy to wake up and just be yourself. You're going to find a normal life, but yes, you're going to find that it's going to become a routine. It's not going to be necessarily exciting anymore. It's just going to be the reality of it. Like my life now is just the reality of being a woman. The reality of being a woman now is just kind of a routine. I just wake up and am. So again, I wouldn't necessarily go into this. If you're looking for some kind of magical answer to happiness, you have to remember your state of mind before you transition. If you're not a happy person before you transition, you probably won't be a happy person after you transition. So just remember that going into this, that the only thing that transition will do for you is just kind of bring you balance. And yes, it will certainly become a routine. And finally, number 7, how will my family adapt to my transition? One day at a time. The only thing that I can tell you is that as you transition, everyone and everything transitions along with you. And yes, that's including your reality. Some people may disown you. Some people may say some horrible things. And it's not up to you to change their mind. How somebody feels about you is their business. You have to let it go. So again, if you're not willing to go into this and be strong and realize that you may lose some family and friends, this may not be the journey for you. But again, if you're strong enough, just remember, as you transition, everything and everyone, including your reality, tends to transition with you. My loves, my people, my everything, my inspiration, yes, you all are, my reason for keep going. Just know that from such a real place, I appreciate each and every one of you, all the love that you send, all the messages, all the comments, all everything. It's just something else. And like I said, never in a billion years would I ever have thought the Bambi Nicole would grow in popularity the way that she is. So anyway, I appreciate you spending your time here with me on Bambi. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/, Bambi Show. And again, keep sending me your show ideas because of you. I keep putting them in air. I appreciate your precious time here with me on Bambi. Bye.